Donald Trump appeared via telephone on Fox News this past weekend to basically let us know how disgusted he is at the thought of women voting in a way that their husbands would not approve of. Because in Donald Trump's world, there is absolutely no room for a woman to have any independent thought. Oh God, no. If the man says you vote this way, you vote who I vote for, then you have to do the same. And Trump basically suggested that men should check on their wives and make sure they are voting the way that they should be. Otherwise, that's just an ultimate betrayal. So here is Donald Trump letting women know how disgusting it is that they might not vote for him by voting for Harris behind their husbands' backs. Here it is.
I'm so disappointed at Julia Roberts because I look, and she's going to look back on that and she's going to cringe that, did I really say that? It doesn't say much for her relationship, but I'm sure she has a great relationship. But the wives and husbands, I don't think that's the way they deal. I mean, can you imagine a wife not telling a husband who she's voting for? Do you ever hear anything like that? Even if you have if you had a bad relationship, you're going to tell your husband, it's a ridiculous ad. It's so stupid. She's going to look back someday and just say, did I really make that? You know, they're into this thing.
Now, this is very similar to a comment made on Fox News several days prior to Trump's appearance, where Fox News host Jesse Waters suggested that if his wife voted for Kamala Harris behind his back, he likened that to having an affair. He says it's a betrayal of trust. And now Donald Trump goes on the network a few days after that and suggests that women who do it's horrible. Even if you have a horrible marriage, you got to basically vote the way your husband wants you to, he suggests. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to say this just in case anybody's not clear. Every single person in this country, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your religion. You're free to vote however you want. And nobody gets to see who you voted for. That's the more important part. Nobody can look up and find out who you voted for. There is a group called Vote Without Fear, and they've been working for a long time, mostly with women who are afraid that their husbands are going to find out that they're not going to vote for Donald Trump. So if you need any more reassurance that nobody can look up who you voted for, I am going to go ahead and promote their website, votewithoutfear.com. Vote Without Fear. That is the group. If you can't type in the web address, search Vote Without Fear. They've got phone numbers too. I'll read these. 888-291-3027 for English, 866-675-1561 for Spanish language. If you have any doubt, or if you are worried that your spouse is going to find out who you voted for, reach out to this group, get the information, because nobody can do that. They can see if you voted, but they cannot look up who you voted for. And we are seeing in these final days, well, right now it's the final day before the election, more and more of these Republican men come out, because it's not just Trump, it's not just Jesse Waters. We have seen it from Charlie Kirk worrying about women voters, Mike Cernovich worried about women voters. They know that women are going to tip the scales in this election. We're seeing it right now with the polls in Iowa, of all places. They're worried that women are going to save the country. And women, you do not need to worry. Men, you don't need to worry if your wife looks up who you voted for. Nobody has to worry about that. Again, if you have questions, if you have concerns, votewithoutfear.com. Go check it out, get all the information you need, and share it with other people too, so they understand they don't have to be intimidated by their spouses or partners. They can, in fact, vote without fear. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.